Yeah, so welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to open the blue Yeti microphone, which I received from a colleague to repair for him. And the problem is the USB port on the back is broken, as per usual. This is very usual for these things. Let's have a look at that. This is not the way it's supposed to be. Probably most of you who are watching this video don't have a hot air soldering station and you don't want to buy one. So let's see what you can do. So now it's together. Let's show you how to open this thing. So it might maybe make sense to just open all the screws and then pull it out. No, it doesn't work because then it will just stop on these knobs. This one is probably very easy. You can pick it out with your fingers. Yep, and this one is really hard. Right, so I'm just gonna experiment here with a dental floss and then hook it on the back side. It's actually really hurting, so I'm just gonna put something in between my fingers. Oh yeah, that worked. Yes. It didn't work this time, so I'm just gonna have 2 rounds this time, I think. But I'm hurting my finger now, so I need to find another way. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. But where did it go? So there it goes, and I think it's not damaged. Thank you very much. Yeah, but you just need to find it afterwards because it flies through the room. So anyway, now we can see a bit closer on this. This one is looking rather well. This one was taken with a plier, so you can see it's a bit. So let's go through what we need to desolder this connector. And this connector is just a through hole part, so that's a good thing because then we can use a tool for that, like a solder sucker, like this one. And we have a solder wick. Yeah, it's just a copper braid. I need to change the tip on this one, so I will do that. I have a more silicone tubing here, so for the tip you can use whatever you have. And we will also put the iron on a bit higher temperature. I think I will bump it up to 350 maybe to 300. Let's try that. Should be okay. And now just need to open this thing. The way I got this was in a state where it was already opened, but I wanted to show you how to open it, so that's why. And in here is that gasket. There you go. This is the connector, and it's very close to this bit here, so I think it will be serviceable on this side here. So what we need to do is remove this solder from here, and all of these pins here. You have to be careful not to knock any of these off. I will change the tip. Okay, so let's see. So we'll just get off kind of like this much. I think that will be okay. As much out as it is on, sort of, because what you really need is sort of a lip that will seal the air, and it will create a seal. And it's also flexible, so it makes it easier to work with. But after a while it'll also get worn. But if it's too long, the solder will just be stuck inside here. So we'll have a pair of tweezers as well. Okay, nothing is happening. And it's very hot. So let's try something else. Let's bump it up. 350 maybe. Should be good. And we're also going to do something else. This is something I do when it doesn't work. I put some solder on the tip, because then you get better transfer of heat. Another thing that happens is that this is lead-free solder. So when you add solder, you add lead to it. And then it lowers the melting point as well. So heat it up. And then bring in this and click. Well, that seems to work, but it didn't get everything. That's okay. So just do it again. Wait 3 seconds. I don't think I got it over correctly, so there you go. This is what it's supposed to look like. And it's probably still some solder on the sides, or maybe on the other side as well. So yeah, we'll give it a couple of attempts. Let's try the smaller pins, and for this I will turn down the heat a bit, because we don't want to ruin the board. Let's have a feel with the tweezers. Yeah, this one's loose. This one is not. This one is not. And this one is not. That is loose. Yeah, so the next thing I want to try now is actually some solder braid. You can just use it as it is. What I like to do is to add some flux to it. I have some liquid flux here. And you don't have to do that, but it seems to work. This one is a bit broken, that's why it's so hairy at the tip. Put it down there, and then you heat the whole thing. And then you hope that it will suck away something. So you want to try to heat the pin and the pad at the same time. It's just that I can't. There. Yeah, you can try the other side, maybe. Let's see. Alright, so I had a bit of problems. I cut it out because I tried to desolder these large ones, and it got a bit boring because it wasn't working. We got free all of these small ones, as you saw. It was a bit of work. And then I forgot to raise the temperature, so now it's at 351. Alright, so I'm gonna try on one side and just push it. I'm gonna hold the microphone because it's moving all over the place. So wait for it to cool down and then check again. Now it's stuck. So what that can mean is that it's solder on the back side as well that needs to be freed. So the next thing I want to try then is adding some flux. Shouldn't need to do that. I'm also going to try to cut off the used part here. See if that helps. It's actually moved. Yeah, now I can feel it's loose. It's not very loose, but you can see the whole connector is loose there. That's good. That means that these two are free. You can see it's moving under there. There's still something going on here. We just need a clean tip like this. Or a fresh, you just cut a bit away of the wick. Then you have yourself a clean. We should also turn it around and do the same on the other side. But again, it's not too important. If you don't have this braid, you probably should have, since you will have trouble getting out the component if you don't. So, alright, so I'm going to use some IPA or isopropanol and a Q-tip just to clean it a little bit more. It's not important if you have flux that is no clean. Like this one, it should be no clean. I think it's a bit of an old saying, you have to always clean up your pads and remove the flux because it can rust and stuff, but honestly I've just seen it in really old products. So let's see the other side. That looks pretty good. Yeah, so now we just need to wait for the component, which will take forever to get from Amazon. But for you that will be just a few moments or seconds, and you will see me soldering on the new component again when I get it. It's a bright new day. and it's very cold, minus 17.5. This is indicating half anyway. So my colleague has gotten these contacts now, so 10 of them, and it's called, let's see, if you have cleaned up properly here, you should be able to just push it down carefully. Okay, so now the pins are bent, so it's a bit difficult. We'll just see what happens. Oh, it's smoking. Oh, it's still smoking. Oh, this is very embarrassing. I came home from work now. I was on the subway looking at picture at this board. Then I noticed that this component was on the other side. So I made a huge mistake here. That's no wonder there's so much current. So what happened is that I got the board. So there was like a month between installing these and desoldering. So that's my excuse, but I'm a bit embarrassed about this because I was supposed to fix it, so I hope I haven't made it worse. So I will change this. I have a situation. I thought, okay, where's my video tapes? You have to tape it. Like what tape? You mean like my phone? Where's my phone? Anyhow, so it started blinking, as you can see. So that was all. Just turn that damn USB around and it's working. And now we got blue microphone, Yeti stereo microphone. Maybe I should just leave in this new chip. Maybe I make more mistakes if I disconnect that one, because I have the original one here. I'm contemplating of just leaving this one in because it seems to be working. Is it supposed to blink like this? Not sure. I should just test it. Now I connected into the other board, so now it's lighting actually. I wonder if this was mute. Let's see. Yep. So that's mute, and the other one is volume, and on the other side we have selection, so, and gain. So let's try it now. I'm testing with microphone test. And it seems to be reacting to my voice, but which microphone is it? So let's bring this one in, and I will talk directly into it. And yes, it's actually responding very much. So Ingrid, say something.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it's reacting to her as well. This is very good. Let's just put it together. So I just tested it, and here are some audio clips. Oh. En test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hvor godt kan du høre meg? So the first clip, you can hear some ticking sound. I think that's why, because it was sitting on those USB cables there without the housing. And then I did again, and it sounded perfect after I closed it up with the casing and added the screws and everything. Det var kanskje litt høyt og nære, men that sounded good. So now let's just put it together. So I think, well, this time I've learned my lesson, so now I'm going to check pictures online before I do anything. So yep, so let's just put it together, tighten up some screws. Put it on mute. So let's try some settings here and see if it changes everything. So this one is just for headphones, I think, so you don't hear anything different. This is gain, so you probably hear me much louder now, so this is better probably. These are for which kind of microphone you're using. Just try and change it. Yeah, keep hitting mute. Okay, so let's try. try this. Oh yeah, so this sounds a lot louder, or I don't know. I'll have to check. And then you have this mode. I have no idea, so listen later. And then this one, I don't know, can you hear the difference? Yeah, so I'll put it here and then I'll lay it down on something soft. So what's the sound like now? Does it sound any better? So maybe it needs a bit more gain. Or I can turn it down and speak closer to it. That probably is even better noise-wise. Anyway, I think thank you very much for watching. And that was very embarrassing. So, but now I'm really happy that it is actually working. So see you another time. Bye bye.